All right. Good morning and good evening, depending on which time zone you're in here. Welcome to episode 179 of the Fantasy Timeline. I'll be your host, Drew, at dr_pra, hanging out with Bill at Super Dupaflex. Bill, how is the weather in Detroit these days?
A little chilly. We've been pretty fortunate. Not much snow. I think I shoveled maybe 3 times or 4 times all winter. But it is 40 degrees.
Ooh,
But like last week, there was a day it was 70. So it's like we're kind of in that mix between winter and spring at the moment.
yeah.
So
Just
yeah,
kidding.
everybody's sneezing, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
how is it
You're
in
sick.
Korea?
Similar. We've had a nice stretch here where it's pushing 60s, but this week it's been down in the high 40s again. So yeah, it's kind of that. Are you sick? Is it allergies? What's going on? Kind of what's
Yeah,
the norm here for the
exactly.
different seasons? So, but yeah, man, it's good. Kids just started school, which is wild because the schedule is so different. So
Oh,
they
so
are
school
just
literally just started there? Is that how?
yeah,
Huh.
yeah. Their long break or our long break is centered around the Lunar New Year.
Okay.
So they end school somewhere a little before Christmas time, and then they don't come back until the first week of March. So we landed during the middle of their break, which is kind of nice. So it gave us time to figure out the school situation. But yeah,
So
we're
that's
kind of settling
essentially their
into
summer
every day.
vacation is winter.
Yep, yep. So yeah, so we're just looking at kind of what day to day looks like now, getting the last few things settled in. I think our shipping container of the final possession should actually arrive maybe in 10 days
Oh, that's
by the end of
great.
the month. So it's about damn time.
Yeah, that's been a while. Like all
It
your
has.
comfort stuff, right? So
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The kids will be excited to have some toys back. We'll have a full wardrobe. So that'll be a fun game of does it fit or doesn't it still? But yeah, it'll be good. We'll get some of the things that, yeah, hopefully help us feel, a little bit more at home. But
that's awesome.
nothing makes it feel quite like home, like home drafts. No, no, not really. We're not getting to that part yet. But you did mention you've got an early rookie draft coming up here. So I know we talked about just popping on periodically as some things happen, like either NFL fantasy wise. So uh, big week or so in the rear view now with some of the free agency and whatever the legal tampering period before or the expected tampering period,
That's
wherever
pretty
that
much the
is.
whole off season. Like, let's be real.
um, we got the combine behind us, and we're looking ahead to NFL Draft 2024 in Motor City.
Yes.
Ready
Yeah, that's
for
exciting,
half
man. I am
half million people to descend on your city here?
hell yeah, I'm ready. It's this is like for those of us who played Madden, or and we're doing GM mode or whatever, and
Yep.
um, for all of us that play Dynasty, like I mean, GM, like the draft is, one of the best times of the NFL calendar, and I've always wanted to go to one, so finally we'll be going to one here in the hometown,
That's
and
awesome.
we definitely paid up for some VIP tickets for the day two. So we're going for round
Yep.
2 and 3.
Yep.
Um,
A lot of action.
yeah, Thursday was like a little bit of a questionable thing. Like we're like, do we really want to do it on Thursday? Let's do Friday and Saturday. We're gonna pay for Thursday or Friday, and then we're gonna do the free stuff on Saturday. And
Very cool.
yeah, so looking forward to that. And most of the dynasty stuff happens rounds 2 and 3. You know,
Yep.
So,
Yep.
or the more interesting stuff, like the unexpected stuff, I guess. So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely looking forward to that, and hopefully you guys, it's bottomless food and drink, so you're gonna see me probably a pound or two
Nice.
heavier and maybe a little inebriated. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Mood or two happier.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
definitely
We
that.
I missed out on all of them when I lived in New York City, and they were all done at the Radio City. And I just wasn't into fantasy as much then either. But I was lucky enough in 2019 when it came to Nashville, which crazy to think that was 5 years ago, but that was just an absolute spectacle, which was awesome. So it'll be a great time, and it rained on our Thursday night, and the street was still packed, so people love
Yeah.
it. And then yeah, the whole venue changes, so some really cool merch and stuff there. So excited for you and for anybody that's going there. So if you have a
Yeah, if
chance to
anybody's
stop
coming
by,
into town,
yeah,
DM me. Can meet up, have a pop or two, as we call it in Michigan. It's pop, not soda. So I call it soda, but whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
just hit me up. Maybe we can meet up one of those days.
yeah. I think Bill is committing to a giant Lions helmet and shirtless. Is that what we're looking for if
You don't
we're
want to
on
see
site?
that. Actually, we've already designed some shirts, so we'll definitely have some
Nice.
shirts that probably no one else will have. Kind of helps that I print T-shirts, so
That is nice.
in the regular, real world. So we each have a shirt that we're going to be wearing that hopefully will get us some airtime. And
That's nice.
I guarantee nobody will have what it's going to say on them. So yeah, it'll be fun.
That's great. That's great. So I forget what article I was reading or what soundbite I was listening to somewhere in the last few days, but yeah, I mean, somebody basically said it looks like the Lions don't have any major needs for the draft, just kind of fill in some gaps or like kind of some nice to-dos based on, the roster that you filled out here in the last few days, couple weeks, whatever that looks like. So how are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. They signed Zeitler, the guard from the Ravens.
Ravens, yeah.
Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler last year and apparently did really well. So nice to plug him in since they lost one of their guards. It feels like they did a really good job of upgrading positions. They didn't go for the home run ads, but they decided to add more depth, and I kind of like doing that. It just feels like they're slowly but surely making the team better each time, each year. And
yeah,
it's kind of nice when you go into the draft without any added pressures as to like, well, we have to look over here and draft this position. And there's a bias that's going to be in your brains regardless, like even if well, we're just going to take the best player available. Well, we kind of need somebody over here. So maybe we don't take the best guy. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm happy with where they are. I was listening to The Athletic, and they were doing like a reverse draft, and they were talking about the Lions. And they were saying there's really nothing they need. Probably secondary or defensive end or alignment, like offensive linemen, just for depth are probably maybe a wide receiver just to at least get somebody excited instead of being all defense and linemen. They could use an X receiver, I think. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, you mentioned something there that I think, as most of us are probably drafting our rookies in May, right? We're starting there, but you've got one coming up here, which is pretty exciting, but kind of a principle we revisit every year, right? Like trying to draft more for value if you can versus trying to plug a hole. That reminder that we always hear that you don't have to set a lineup until September. But yeah, is there anybody that you said you've got maybe the 107, 108 coming up in this rookie draft soon?
Yeah, we have a rookie draft in like 10 days. I have 2 leagues, I think, that have the draft before the NFL draft. And it's a little bit of a different, at least for me, way of drafting. Like I definitely want to be safer in my picks. I don't want to pick guys that, are kind of those high upside guys or questionable. Like, do I want to draft like a Bo Nix? You know what I mean? Like, could he be drafted in the first round? Yes. Could he be drafted in the 4th round? Maybe. I have no idea. So, it's for me, it's just being safer, paying attention to this one being so early. It's going to be tough. Like the other league I'm in, we do a draft right before the NFL draft, and you kind of get the rumblings of like which players are going to go where. This one's going to be tough. So I think it's just trying to be as safe as you can. So I might be picking players that I wouldn't necessarily draft over somebody else after the draft. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, okay, I gotta be careful here. Like when you get into that tier of wide receivers like Mitchell, Adonai Mitchell, and I don't know, like Leggett and players like that, it's like they could be drafted in the first round, but we don't really know. And so is it better to just pick like a guy you know is going to get drafted in the first round, even if it's a position that you don't really want? Then you just kind of gotta. It's gonna be fun. I really don't know how I'm gonna attack this one, to be honest. It's I mean, being I have 107 and 108, it's pretty easy because I feel pretty safe. I feel there's like 8 safe players.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Your definition of what best player available changes a little bit, right?
Yeah, like I figure it's the top 4 quarterbacks. It's the top 3 wide receivers. It's Bowers. Yeah, I feel like those are the 8 I feel really comfortable with, and so I'll end up with 2 of those guys. And
yeah. That's not a bad spot.
Yeah.
So if you were, let's say you were holding on to the 109, 110, what would you be thinking about doing with those if you were drafting pre-NFL draft?
Yeah, I mean, there's still guys I like there. If it's for the draft that's coming up in 10 days, I'd be a little bit more nervous. I might want to try to move those for, players, current players. But like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like at some point you got to go, what do I prefer upside wise? Like do you want to trade for a guy who's not going to be a game changer? 110 or Deontay pre NFL draft? I probably want, if it's for like a draft right now, I'd probably want more on top of Deontay to get 110. But I mean, production wise, I feel better about Deontay. I just think value wise. Uh-oh. Rocky, do you have a show going right now? Uh-oh.
We didn't know. We probably should have known.
Should we we're renters here, so we might have to get kicked off the broadcast here.
Yeah, we can hang up. We can watch you guys go. So I don't know how I missed that. I thought I saw. Let's see.
Maybe they didn't have it put up yet. So yeah. All right, 13 minutes. Go. Nah, we'll hop into the chat for the other show.
Yeah. I'll swing over, drop the link here. We'll come join you guys for a little bit. But yeah, that's exciting that you got that draft coming up. I don't have any pre-NFL drafts, so I'm still kind of taking my time, just starting to read some more stuff and dig into some guesses, and we'll see where that lands. But we still have not found a startup yet either, and it was kind of running out of time if we are going to do that pre-draft.
I've been keeping an eye out. I just haven't seen it much, in the range of what we're looking for, especially the 14 teamers. I just don't see too many people offering those at this point. So anyway, like let's plan on doing a show coming up. Maybe we can do it like after.
You can try something over the weekend if you're around, or.
Yeah, I mean, I might be around on Saturday, my time, a little bit, but yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right.
So yeah, I'm not starting a league.
Yeah, Josh. This is not happening, Josh.
No more. I'm commissioning 9. I don't want double digits. So anyway, appreciate you guys showing up, man. That's cool to see everybody in the chat. And
yeah, very cool.
Rocky, sorry about that.
We'll have some more fun together soon, and feel free to give us any ideas or any questions you've got, and then I'm sure we're thinking about some of the same things too, as far as either some value, some trades, and yeah, exciting season coming up. So we can't wait to see all that. I think you mentioned Scott Fish earlier. He might be coming to Detroit for the draft. So I know I'm starting to see some of the things out there about, fishbowl locations are going live and stuff. So a lot of
Maybe
cool
you can
stuff
have one
coming
in
up for
Seoul.
fantasy. Yeah.
Have a live draft in Seoul.
There might be 12 people in the country that know what fantasy football is, but who knows?
Perfect.
Maybe I'm
That's all you
underestimating.
need. Do it online.
All right,
anyway,
guys.
Appreciate you guys. We'll try to do this soon.
Yeah. We'll put something out there.
Drew,
all
let's
right, Phil.
Chat backstage.
Let's do it. All right.
Okay.
See ya.